I'm not going to lie, I've been very critical of Priti Patel, especially over the last couple of years, with her promises to sort out the illegal migration, but she kind of failed to deal with the obstacles in the Home Office. At the same time, I've also been very impressed with her solution with the Rwanda scheme that will help with some aspects of illegal migration, with the boats at least, and we've already seen the evidence so far. But also been impressed with the way she's handled it. She doubled down, she didn't make a U turn, she's standing up for her own policy for once, and this is actually quite good. Now, this time she's standing up to the biased BBC. The BBC have a bit of a problem with Priti Patel, with border control as a policy, and with Rwanda as a country. Now, this is a bit of an issue, and Priti Patel, usually she's very cautious. She doesn't really get involved with any of this sort of stuff. She's not that outspoken, even though I thought when she became Home Secretary that she would be quite outspoken and sound. This time, oh yeah, she was quite robust. She said regarding the BBC that there are undercurrents, if I may say so, of just sheer xenophobia, which I think is absolutely appalling. Very, very true. And she did say that for those people who are basically disparaging and have some prejudice and their ignorant ways about a country that is our partner, Rwanda, it's quite frankly is offensive. But I think also based on ignorance as well. It's not the first time that the BBC have done something like this. Firstly, the issue with Priti Patel, every single day that they're reporting on the Rwanda scheme, they do this. It's very subtle, but it's been pointed out. A lot of people have noticed this. They pick certain photos of Priti that make her look either smug or arrogant or really, really weird. They can't pick a normal photo. And it is on purpose. I know a lot of people say, what are you talking about? I know because we do it. Everybody does it. But we do it when we are biased. The channels like this, we're open about our leanings. I'm open about my opinions. And I give you the facts. Then I add my opinion. Then you can form your own opinion. But the BBC, if they claim to be impartial, if they claim to go with their charter and then they do bias, that's our problem. That's why we don't like the BBC. It's not necessarily just a bias. It's that they lie. It's that they're not honest about being biased. If they were honest, if they were a private company, like Sky News, and they were open about the fact that they're biased, unlike Sky News, then I have no problem with it. We could choose not to watch the BBC. But then they're lying to us. So they do this to, of course, in a very subtle way, undermine her. But the issue that they have is also not just with Priti Patel and border control. This is a recent historic matter. They have a problem with Rwanda. They had a bit of a row recently, over the last couple of years. Back in 2020, just before the first lockdown, actually, there was an interview that the BBC conducted, and the BBC Africa journalist actually got into trouble because the whole piece, the whole interview, and the whole project was so biased against Rwanda and the establishment and the people of Rwanda that there were a lot of complaints against BBC World News Service and the whole of the establishment in London, BBC establishment. And that's what people like Priti Patel have said. That there's no question about that. Trust and confidence has been undermined. It's absolutely true. These sort of comments have been made after, of course, a lot of other scandals that the BBC had to deal with recently. They have an issue with Rwanda. And it's almost a personal issue. So Priti Patel was right about that. But I wish that someone like Priti or somebody else would have mentioned that maybe this goes back to 2020. BBC and Rwanda are still having this row because of that controversial interview, the bias interview. So of course, if you want to pick Rwanda as your partner to help with the illegal boats, illegal migrants, then yeah, the BBC are not going to be happy. They're not going to support it. And this is absolutely disgusting.